Mr. Alan Nuckman joins us this morning, Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com, looking at a stock market so close to highs. Alan, we don't get this close without punching through them, do we?
Well, just a couple weeks ago, we got within 18 points in the S&P, and then we had a nice little profit-taking pullback. So it's not a given, but you know what is a given? The rate cuts are coming, my friend. Oh, I'm going to be so glad to not have to talk about this.
What do you mean? We're just getting started. Now all we're going to do is going to talk about how low they're cutting. It never stops, Alan.
It never ends, does it? It never ends.
But I'm trying to keep my job here.
Right. So the cuts are coming and your parlor games will continue. But
great
there's a big chance now that it's going to be a 50. And so, you know, the dollar, we've talked about this. This is the key catalyst, is the dollar. And the dollar dive looks like it's going to test this 100 level psychologically. And let's see what's next. But your man Ben was bullish. I love today. It's Good Monday.
Well, I feel like you're a little bit of like a dollar absolutist, right? You're like dollar down, stocks good always, right? That's my Alan Nuckman impression. Dollar down, stocks good, right?
It is that simple. It is that easy. I mean, as the dollar declines, it helps improve profitability for corporations. And, you know, corporations' PE is what drives the stock market. The rest is just minutia. You know, it's how much are earnings and how much are these earnings growing? And what's the profitability and what are the margins? Or if you want to get into it deeper. And it's that simple. It's that simple. So the dollar down is very supportive of the stock market. That really just can't be argued.
Hey, what's your gut tell you as a trader, Alan, if the Fed does do 50? Do you rush to buy stocks that day? Do you sell them to the people who are rushing? I mean, given that is still right now in the market, you know, a very live thing. You know, we're called a coin flip, but technically it's like even in favor of 50 this morning. So it seems like there should be a market reaction because nothing's priced in, right? Like nothing's really priced in.
But again, those days I'm past those days. I'm way too old to be gambling on a number or worried about what's going to happen immediately in a day or an hour. I trade January options, my friend.
Okay,
I'm be resting easily. I'm going to have a nice little iced tea in my hands.
You got your mask.
And I'm going to be taking it easy. I'm looking at the big picture. The big picture is very, very bullish. There's not much out there that's not positive for stocks in the long run. In the big picture, I'm looking at the NASDAQ, which still has some room to go to make some new highs. The NASDAQ's been between 21,000 and 18,000. So if it gets back to 21 again, a V recovery target 24,000 in the NDX, which is 23% above. So there's a lot of upside if you can look big picture.
All right. There it is. Knew we had a juicy bullish outlook in there. Hey, Alan, how about the Apple ecosystem? Do you think about that when you're looking at a stock like Corning? Because I know that's what you're trading with this morning, but you're not like a super big, you know, like why guy. You're more of a chart guy.
Yeah. I looked at this one time when they had the Gorilla Glass years and years ago, but that's now disconnected in my opinion, I think. I just think this company has a lot of potential from the innovation standpoint in the fiber optics and, you know, glass. They used to say plastic was the future, but I think glass can be the future. So it just has a great chart, and it's got the smart money accumulation, long accumulation, which was what I follow. I follow people that are bigger traders than me and are smarter traders than me.
All right,
and
so
you know what?
Some big options getting bought or what?
So there's a lot of accumulation of long positioning in this stock, and it is 10% off its April high. So it's had a bit of a pullback, as has the market. So it's got good risk reward, but it's also up 70% since last October. So it's a momentum play that's had a pause, as is the NASDAQ. So in the big picture, we've been between 37.5 and 47.5 for 3 months. We're right at that midpoint. If we pop above that midpoint, then we'll see a drive up to that range top once again. And this will be a very, very profitable play.
Okay. All right. So you're buying the in the money call. You're looking for the strength to continue. Pretty good chart on the year. It's like 40%.
So a January option, and a January 37 call, which is just below that recent level of support from the sideways action, is trading for about 650. It's 5.5 in the money. It's 5.50 in the money. So the expiration break even is $1 with 4 months of time. So again, what I do is extremely boring. I'm not a gambler. I wouldn't even consider myself a trader. I'm more of a position. I position myself for success, and want to be there for the long-term benefits of this bull market, and I look for the best risk rewards. I look for the smart money accumulation, and I just go with what the markets tell me without trying to think too much. But I did like your thought.
Yeah.
The dollar. Wow, if they can coordinate, and I'm not saying there's going to be coordination, but if they can coordinate with Japan, wow, that could be a big deal. That could be that could be a smoke show.
Wait, hold on a sec. All right, by the way, the coin trade, okay, bullish in the money call, got it. But the last point, dollar down, stocks always up, but you kind of make the point there that there was a big day that didn't work when the yen blew up. Dollar was getting smoked there, and stocks hated that. So
right, but I was saying what you were saying is if they decide to raise rate,
all right, that's what I'm saying.
The same day that we cut rate,
yeah, yen would go ballistic. But yen would go ballistic. Isn't that what markets hated last time?
Right. I might have to add a little bit of shot to my iced tea if we see that kind of day.
All right, nice. Thanks, Alan, for the commentary. Thanks for the trade. Appreciate it. Love the Monday energy. Alan Nuttman, Chief Market Strategist, bullseyeoption.com. Let's come back, talk commercial airlines. Boeing